Hello, this is Randy Orwin, Assistant Director for Learning Technologies here at the Information School at the University of Washington. Welcome to the Capstone 2022 OEA space. This is just a quick video to kind of walk you through some of the different things that are available. I would really encourage you to just go through this tour. It gives you kind of a quick way to use the platform that we're currently using. If you don't want to take the tour, you can skip the tour and enter Capstone. A couple of things to be aware of. When you're first logging in, you have the access to your camera here and your microphone. You won't see anything on your camera on this one because there's no video pod available. We'll show you that in a minute. And then you can actually click here and that will let you select a different camera or whatever as you want to do that. Over here you have this button. This is really an important button. It gives you an overview of all the different rooms that you can pop into. And then there's also a chat button that will turn on chat. So you can do chat down here. Currently it's set to this room. You can click on this, you can search for different people, select somebody, and you're now privately chatting with them, indicated by the lock in the red area. Click the X to close that out. So those are really nice things to be aware of when you're in the site. So you have a couple of ways to navigate to the main hall. You can click the main hall here, or you can skip the tour and enter the Capstone event down here. Once you land in the hall here, you can use the doors here to see menus of what's happening in each room and program, and then you can click on the room to enter that space, or again you can open up the menu over here and that will allow you to jump into those spaces. So let's use one of these. So let's go into this room 4. So I pop into room 4 and you'll see I get put down here in the audience. Again, I can turn my camera on up here and that will show the camera. And really as an audience member, you'll just be in the audience. If your video's not on, you won't show up in this list. But if there's a bunch of people in here, there will be scroll arrows on either end of this audience panel so you can see everybody who's in the space. If your video's not turned on, you probably won't show up in this main area. You do have the show room program option here, so that will actually pop the room program up over the top of the Q&A, and then you can scroll through that program and see who's presenting in this particular room. I'm going to hide that again. And then you have the questions for panelists, and you can ask a question in here and it will add it to the list. If you don't want your name to show up with that question, you can ask anonymously just by ticking the box there. And then the moderator, who will be sitting over here in one of these little video pods, the moderator will actually answer those questions or ask those questions of the presenters and then mark them off as either answered or just get rid of the question. The little gray spot you see here, that's where your project panelists are going to be, so they'll be sitting there. And then at the bottom you have the reactions, and with the reactions you have the ability to click on these multiple times or click and hold and it'll get bigger, it'll send a big one up. Those reactions will be turned on. If your room moderator wants those reactions turned on, they have the option of turning those off or turning those on. Again, you have the menu here that will let you go from room to room, and if you have other questions about this, you can go to the help menu here, and you'll notice right here I'm using Chrome. That's going to be the best experience. It may work on other browsers, but a Chromium based browser, we know it's going to work. Chrome, Edge, or one of my favorites, Brave. General help, there's some links to getting started and troubleshooting out on the OEA site. Mac specific type of help, probably not important for an audience because you're not going to be sharing. That's one of the bits that we work on. And then there'll be video tutorials here for anybody who's in the space based on their role. So hopefully you found this helpful.